What's going on, guys? It's Cade from Beyond the Box. I'm back with a brand new video. Sorry I was gone so long. I had a lot of health issues I was taking care of, so I spent some time back home with my family. Went back to Indiana to see my family, be with them while I was recovering. Thankfully, I am pretty much a-okay now. I had appendicitis and I had an appendectomy. So for those of you that don't know what that is, I had basically my appendix removed before it was perforated and exploding, which can kill you. So that's very dangerous. But I'm back making videos and I'm excited to be back, and hopefully we're gonna start pushing out videos a whole lot faster these days because I'm a bit behind and we got about 7 or 8 videos to make within the next few days. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that bell icon, stay up to date for all the videos I'm about to release. They're gonna be awesome. You're gonna love my reviews, and I got a ton of cool stuff coming for you guys in the future. So with that being said, let's just get right into today's video. You guys already know why we're here. We're taking a look at the AirPod 3s. Apple came out with their 3rd generation of AirPods. It's supposed to be the predecessor, kinda, to the AirPod Pros. Unfortunately, these do not have noise cancellation, which is a big letdown in my opinion. I don't understand why they would have put out a 3rd generation AirPod without having noise cancellation inside. But there's supposed to be technology inside that makes up for it. So we're gonna take a look at that and see how that goes. But there's the unboxing, designed by Apple in California. You know the vibes already. And it looks very similar to the AirPod Pro's case, a little bit chunkier, kind of like smaller in the form factor of the AirPod 2's case. I don't think there was anything else that came in the box besides just the AirPod 3s themselves. So you can see the case size, it's relatively the same. They got the same lightning adapter port on the bottom. The biggest difference between the cases is this now allows the MagSafe. So if you have the iPhone magnetic sticky thing on the back of your phone, it'll stick and stay. Obviously both still have wireless charging. That's not a difference. Still charges at the same speed, but that pretty much takes care of the case. I like that it's slightly smaller. It makes fitting it in pockets a little bit easier. Still the exact same design that it did always. Besides the aesthetic, let's just move right on to the sound and let's test these babies out, how they feel in my ears. I'm putting these in for the first time, and as soon as you open up the case, there we go, Cade's AirPods. All right. So let's just take these bad boys out and take a look at them. Wow, that magnet is very tight and secure. Maybe, maybe not. Can we shake them? All right, that's not a bad test. They stay pretty firm. The moment of truth, how do they feel? So these have the same pinch controls as the AirPod Pros, which is different than the AirPod 2s. The AirPod 2s have touch controls, which I think the pinch controls are a little dated. I actually like the touch controls a lot more when it came to the AirPod 2s. By the way, these are AirPod 2s with jet black colorway from Colorwear. So shout out to Colorwear for providing those to me. Let's take a look at the size difference between these three. So you have the AirPod 2s, which are basically the same as the AirPod 1 size. You have the AirPod Pros, and then you have the AirPod 3s. If you take a look between the Pro in my left hand and the 3s in my right hand, you only really see a difference of the gel tip at the end. That's really pretty much the only design difference. You still have the vents on the side and everything that you do have already on the Pros, but just pretty much the only difference, as I said before, is the tip. That's gone. These actually feel like they fit my ears very well. I feel like the AirPod Pros would fall out of my ears or like slightly lose their grip and their suction as time went on. I heard these are great when you're running around. They won't fall out of your ears. A lot of people have complained to me over the past year that these things, the Pros, do not stay in your ears very well. They'll fall out, they'll become loose, and you won't even know before they're gonna fall out and they'll just disappear on you. I like the fit so far, to be honest. It feels nice. And these are sweat and water resistant, just like the AirPod Pros, up to IPX4. Sweat and water doesn't really damage them. The AirPod 2s did not have IPX4, so it's the biggest difference. Oh, by the way, the MSRP price tag on these is $179, and I think the AirPod Pros are still sitting at $250, depending on what website you're on. You might be able to get a good deal when it comes towards Black Friday this year, so just keep that in mind. But the biggest issue I have, and I haven't even listened to these yet, is they do not have active noise cancellation. And that really bothers me because that's the biggest feature on the AirPod Pros in my opinion, and most other wireless earbud headphones out there. Everybody wants noise cancellation, and I think that's the greatest feature in the AirPod Pros. So I'm weary about these. I'm gonna take this review with a grain of salt because I'm not really a fan of that so far. It's already made me dislike the product just a little bit. These have new custom drivers for more fuller bass in there too though. So there's no noise cancellation, but the bass levels have increased and might sound a little bit better based on what I've read online so far. And they have the same EQ levels as the AirPod Pros, but as I'm speaking, it's very obvious that I can hear myself immensely through the headphones. The volume is at its max. This is the most you can hear. This is the loudest I can make them, and I can still hear my voice very well. And this is a high volume rap song. We have spatial audio on. Doesn't seem like it's gonna make a difference for this song. Not a lot of songs have spatial audio on Apple Music right now. I'm not sure how well you guys can hear these, but I do think they probably have sound leakage. Let's see if we can get these to play without being in my ear. These are very loud though. Yeah, if you're on a train or plane, there's no way you could listen to these at max volume. I'm sure you guys can hear it through my ears right now, and that's not something we want to hear. Honestly, like the people around you don't want to listen to your music. You don't want them to listen to your music. And like I was mentioning with the spatial audio, these do have spatial audio and head tracking for virtual sound, depending on if you're watching movies or music or YouTube. Depends on the content that you're consuming. But I do think these have slightly more dynamic sound than the AirPod Pros, but I just don't like that I can hear myself while I'm talking. That just shows that active noise cancellation is a big deal. The good thing is these do have the H1 chip inside, so you have the seamless switching ability like with all your Apple products, like switching seamlessly to your Mac or iPhone or a second iPhone or whatever. And you are able to find these on the Find My app, and they'll play a sound just like the other AirPod Pros. So if you ever need to find them, just open up your Find My app and you shouldn't have a problem. And since these use the H1 chip, you're able to keep Siri active on a regular basis, so you can say, hey Siri, whenever you need to. The sound sounds pretty great. I don't even have an EQ on. Let's go check out EQ. Yeah, I don't like keeping the EQ on. I think EQ ruins music, but let's go to bass booster. Yeah, the bass is a little bit better, but let's try checking out the AirPod Pros in comparison. All right, we're connected to the AirPod Pros. These just sound better in my opinion. The AirPod Pros still sound better to me. The biggest reason why you would buy these is if you're an iPhone user. If you have an Android, you're not really getting any benefits of having them. You're pretty much losing all reasons to buy this. But these do have full HD audio for FaceTime calls, so that's good if you guys make a lot of FaceTime calls. And when it comes to battery and performance, the AirPod Pros had about 5 hours on a single playback time with 4 playback charges in the case. And the AirPod 3s have 6 hours of battery in a single charge, and then you have 4 full recycled charges in the case as well. So it's slightly better on battery time. Maybe it's about 12%, 15% better on battery time. With that being said, you're not using active noise cancellation, which kind of takes the battery levels down a little bit more in the AirPod Pros. But at the end of the day, I really like the noise cancellation. It's a big feature for me. I use it all the time. I like how I can switch it off when I want to. If I'm at the gym, I don't want to hear other people's lunking weights, dropping them on the floor. I don't hear anything when I'm using the noise isolation on the AirPod Pros. You definitely do not want to be using the AirPod 3s on a plane because I can hear myself at a regular voice volume and we're having a regular conversation with the AirPods at max volume and I can hear myself talking. So that's not good to me. I really don't enjoy that at all. That's pretty much it. I think the sound quality is kind of similar. It might have taken a slight downgrade in my opinion. I didn't watch a movie, I didn't go watch YouTube videos, I didn't go play a podcast, but with that being said, I don't feel like the quality of the audio is going to change that much. I think listening to music is the best deciding factor for the quality of the sound. Let's go to the voice recording app and see what it sounds like. All right, so we are using the AirPod 3s and we are testing the microphone and seeing what they sound like. So this is basically what they sound like. Probably gonna be the exact same on a phone call. You're not gonna have noise isolation though, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so now that we just tried the microphone on the AirPod 3s, I think it's safe to try the AirPod Pros and put their microphone to the test and see what sounds better in terms of microphones. All right, so we're using the AirPod Pros to record a voice memo to see what the microphone is like in the AirPod Pros. This is basically what they sound like, so you'll be the judge. I'm gonna play them back to back and see which one sounds better. So the AirPod 3s, I believe, in my opinion, sound slightly better microphone-wise. Just barely, like it's almost not even noticeable. But they do have HD quality audio for FaceTime calls and stuff like that. So, like at the end of the day, these are still $249. These are $179. The $70, $80 difference that you guys are gonna be paying to pick these up is a big deal for me because you're losing voice cancellation. And I don't know if that's enough of a trade-off for me to keep the AirPod 3s going forward. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the review. I hope you guys enjoyed. These are my first impressions of the AirPod 3s. Let me know what you guys thought of the video in the comments down below. If you guys plan on picking these up, let me know why or why not. Leave a like if you haven't done so already. We're giving an Oculus Quest 2 at 20,000 subscribers, and we're giving a PS5 away at 30,000 subscribers. So if you guys haven't done so, we got a lot to give away on the channel. And thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a long time. I'm happy to be back, and I can't wait to make more videos for you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.